What does our solar system consist of today? Many of us look up into the night sky and think there are just a ton of stars floating around up in space. However, our solar system consists of much more than simply stars. It also includes the Sun, which is a star and the center of our solar system, 8 planets and their moons, along with smaller bodies such as asteroids, meteoroids, and comets. There is the inner solar system, which contains the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. These 4 planets are known as terrestrial planets because they have solid rocky surfaces, whereas the outer solar system, the gas giants, holds the rest of the planets: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and the dwarf planet Pluto. Pluto's surface is solid but icier than the terrestrial planets. It is classified as a dwarf planet simply because of its size. As you can see, it is much smaller than the rest of the regular planets, so it is not actually considered a full planet. However, it still orbits around the Sun like all the others do. The 8 planets orbit around the Sun and move in a counterclockwise motion on their ellipses, which are very close to nearly circles around the Sun. The Sun is almost a perfectly spherical star that contains hot plasma held together by gravity. Plasma erupts from the Sun in the shape of a massive handle. To show the comparison of the large size of the Sun to the planet that we live on, which all of us know is Earth, about 1 million Earths could fit inside of the Sun. Earth is the 5th largest planet in our solar system under Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Its diameter is 12,756.3 kilometers wide and has only one natural moon that orbits the planet. The moon rotates on its own axis just like Earth does, while it travels once around Earth as well. Earth is very unique in the solar system because it is an ocean planet, which means there is a large quantity of water and the only life known out of all the planets. This life is possible due to the heat and energy provided by our huge Sun. In addition to Earth orbiting around the Sun, it also rotates on an axis that is slightly tilted, so the position of the Sun in the sky changes during the course of a day, thus creating different seasons throughout the year. The 4 seasons that we have on Earth are spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Like I mentioned earlier, Earth, along with the other 7 planets, are not the only objects that make up our solar system. There are also several smaller bodies that travel through space. The ones that we are most familiar with are asteroids, meteoroids, and comets. Tens of thousands of asteroids also orbit our Sun, but are too small to be called planets. These are rocky, airless formations that range in size and can normally be found in between Mars and Jupiter's orbits. Whereas comets are like giant snowballs made of icy chunks, frozen gases, dust, and pieces of rock that also move through space. When a comet comes too close to the Sun, its ice begins to warm up into a gaseous state and creates its own atmosphere, or coma. The sunlight's pressure and high winds blows the coma material away from the Sun and forms a tail made of dust and plasma. Meteoroids, on the other hand, are little chunks of debris and rock that are found in space and soon become meteors, or shooting stars, once they fall through a planet's atmosphere and leave a bright trail in the sky. The pieces that survive and eventually hit the ground are then called meteorites. In total, our solar system is very complex with all of its planets and smaller bodies that orbit around the Sun. There is much more out there in space that we have not yet discovered, but hope to in the future.